Welcome to Leisure Gamer Network, a home for working professionals, students, parents, or anyone else with a passion for gaming, but have time constraints on when you can play. We review games after an hour of gameplay to see if they grabbed our attention and are worth your time playing. Welcome to Empire City, another sprawling urban environment, until tragedy strikes with an apparent terrorist attack, leaving the city devastated in ruins. You play as Cole, a survivor of the explosion. As you navigate your way through the now rubble-filled city, you quickly realize that Cole is no ordinary victim. He has inherited unique electrical powers. As you try to make your way to safety, Cole is hit by another blast, and you find him awakening in a hospital. Through a beautiful graphic novel-style cutscene, you're updated on the continuing devastation that is happening in Empire City. The government has quarantined the city due to a sweeping plague. This has opened the way for a massive surge in chaos as gangs have overrun the city with violence. Now, it is time for Cole to realize his true powers. At first, you begin with a few different powers. Cole is able to blast objects with lightning bolts from his hands, as well as create shock waves to launch objects or enemies into the air, with the controls for these being similar to a third-person shooter. You will find yourself also utilizing cover and hanging from ledges to fire off bolts while protecting yourself from the rain of fire. He is also equipped with the ability to create a shocking earthquake-like effect when you are landing from a fall. Of course, he has some melee attacks. If that is not enough for you, the game has you covered, as you can upgrade your powers as well as unlock a plethora of new abilities. While having all these powers are awesome, it does drain quite a bit of energy from Cole, which is marked by electrical nodes on the screen. When he runs out of juice, you may find yourself powerless from the onslaught of attacks. Don't worry, you can juice yourself up by absorbing electrical energy from other sources. The city is an open world environment, and luckily for us, Cole is quite the free runner. You can easily scale buildings with very little effort, as it is almost comical how easy you can jump up a wall sometimes. His jumps feel almost moon-like as you float a bit, even with the slightest of hops. I guess the free running is a benefit of the superpowers. Missions are marked on your map, and you'll find yourself dashing through the city to get to the next checkpoint. Beware, there are enemy snipers hiding on the rooftops, as well as gangs lurking in the alleyways. In addition, some missions create a decision-type moment when you get to decide whether you'll be a hero or be infamous. This also impacts your upgrading, as certain skills are only available when you reach a certain good or evil reputation. The way you react in a situation will adjust your reputation meter, which will determine how people react to you. When boxes of food and supplies are dropped into the city, do you take it all for yourself or share with the citizens? While fending off the supplies, are there a few unwanted or possibly wanted casualties of citizens in the fight with the gangs?
Hey, Trish.
What's wrong with you? People are starving and you're stealing the only food they've seen in days?
I did it for us. To make sure we're taken care of.
I don't get you sometimes.
For a city that is recovering from a disaster, the graphics look great. The stylized cutscenes really add a lot of flavor to the storyline, and the voice acting is top-notch. The characters communicate through cell phones. Of course, you never see Cole pick up a phone. It must be another superpower that he can answer his phone hands-free. While this is interesting at first, I felt that sometimes I missed some interesting conversations, as I was in the midst of a battle. Can you call me back? Now is not a good time.
Man, alive? Never thought I'd see this place come back to life. You do good work, brother.
Infamous earns a standard rating of difficulty, as checkpoints are usually pretty close to where you last saw the screen go grayscale. In addition, you regain your health over time. If you are taking a few too many hits, taking a little cover to recover will get you back into action in no time. With the different types of powers and attack styles, you can generally adapt to your preference of fighting style. The controls are pretty easy, but combat can sometimes be counterintuitive. The switch between melee attacks to firing off a bolt can sometimes be frustrating, as Cole may be throwing a punch at an enemy and wanting to follow up with a shockwave, but the aiming crosshairs will bring you back to where the camera is centered, rather than the enemy. Platform jumping is as easy as mashing the X button in most cases. However, I did find a few nuances to it, as jumping onto the railroad track support beams from the sidewalk seemed impossible at times. I usually opted to climb a building or find the stairs instead. Infamous earns the rating of evening for time commitment. The game does autosave as well as offer manual saves and checkpoints for missions. You also maintain experience points even when you die. However, if you save and turn off the game, the next time you restart, you'll usually be at one of your hideouts. Therefore, it is best to finish the mission. While there are many different types of missions, it is hard to determine how much time you may end up spending. Therefore, the game is best enjoyed when you have a little time to spare.
The Reapers have overrun his makeshift medical clinic, and he needs your help.
I can't solve all the world's problems, Moya.
Maybe not, but if you help him, he might return the favor.
Infamous is certainly a fun game to play. Who doesn't think about the possibilities of being granted superpowers? With all the unlockables, you will keep striving for that extra mission to get another sweet ability. While the game has a few quirks like the free-floating bounce house jumping, and gunners that can spot you in a crowded city street from a 10-story building, even though you weren't doing anything conspicuous, Infamous earns an absolutely rating. The great combat and open world keeps the energy flowing. In addition, the story and cutscene artwork really adds a lot of flavor to the game. The drama between choosing good versus evil adds a little emotional element to the game, as you feel the need to battle injustice or laugh maniacally at anyone who tries to stop you. Overall, Infamous has a great mix of platforming, close combat, and well, it's just simply electrifying. I've been holding that joke in for a while now. I know, shocking! Again, I can't control myself, which is exactly how I feel about Infamous. You will absolutely find yourself continuing your quest to either be a hero or be infamous.
Hey, Cole! You're up on the big screen!
City or lives. Someone from your family died? Well, now you know who to blame.
For your own thoughts on the game, post in the comment section below, and remember to subscribe to become part of the Leisure Gamer Network. Till next time, enjoy gaming.